Now we start with the fifth question of the exercise 2.2. The question says, in the figure, ray AE is parallel to ray BD. Ray AF is the bisector of angle EAB and ray BC is the bisector of angle ABD. Prove that line AF is parallel to line BC. Over here, first of all, we'll write what is given. We are given that ray AE is parallel to ray BD. This ray AE is parallel to ray BD. Ray AF, this ray, and ray BC are the bisectors of angle EAB. Angle EAB. That's the reason we have written here XX. Why? Because AF, that is ray AF, is the angle bisector of angle EAB, means it divides angle EAB into two equal parts. Similarly, ray BC is the angle bisector of angle ABD, means it divides the angle ABD into two equal parts. We have considered it as YY. Okay. Further, we are asked to prove that ray AF, this ray AF is parallel to ray BC. We need to prove this two rays parallel. To prove these two rays parallel, we need to have at least one pair of, let's say, alternate angles or corresponding angles congruent. If the angles are congruent, lines will be parallel. So our main aim over here is to prove the angles congruent. Okay, so we'll start from what is given. We are given ray AE is parallel to ray BD. So we'll write first the same thing. Ray AE is parallel to ray BD. And let us consider seg AB to be the transversal. Okay. Is the transversal. Now if you see over here, we have written ray AE, this ray, is parallel to ray BD, this ray. So these are the parallel lines, and this seg AB is the transversal. Okay, so over here which letter we got? We got letter Z. Means these two angles will be the alternate angles, that is angle EAB and angle ABD. These two angles, angle EAB and angle ABD, will be the alternate angles. The lines are parallel, so the angles formed will also be congruent. So we'll have angle EAB will be congruent to angle ABD. Reason over here will be they are the alternate angles. That is, we can say that angle EAB is equal to angle ABD. Now let's multiply both the sides by half. We will write over here multiplying both sides by 1/2. Therefore, we get half of angle EAB is equal to half of angle ABD. Let's say this is 1. What can we say of that is half angle EAB? This particular angle, if you see half angle EAB, it will be equal to angle FAB, this angle. Okay. Why it will be equal to angle FAB? Because it's already given that ray AF is the angle bisector of the angle EAB. Since it's the angle bisector, you can see that the two angles formed because of this bisector are equal to each other, or they are half of angle EAB. That is, angle EAF is half of angle EAB, as well angle FAB is half of angle EAB. So we can see over here that angle FAB is half of angle EAB. Let's write down. Angle FAB is equal to half angle EAB. Let's say this is 2. Reason for this is ray AF is the angle bisector. Then we move on to the next angle, that is angle B. Now we move on to the next angle, that is half angle ABD, this angle. What is half angle ABD? Angle ABD is over here, so half of it will be what? Half of it will be angle ABC or angle CBD. Why? Because ray BC is the bisector. It divides this angle ABC into two equal parts. So we can say that angle ABC is half of angle ABD. So let's write it over here. Angle ABC is half of angle ABD. Let's say this is 3. Reason for this is ray BC is the angle bisector. Now if you see over here, we get half angle EAB is equal to half angle ABD. But again, what is half angle EAB? It is angle FAB, and half angle ABD is angle ABC. So from this 1, 2 and 3, what can we conclude? In place of half angle EAB, we can write this angle FAB in 1. Okay. Similarly, in place of angle, that is half angle ABD, we write angle ABC. So what we'll get over here is from 1, 2 and 3, we get angle FAB is equal to angle ABC. But again, if you look at these angles, that is angle FAB and angle ABC. Angle FAB is already marked over here, angle FAB. Okay. Angle ABC I'll mark over here, it will be over in this with yellow, angle ABC. So if you see this, which letter is this? It is letter Z. Okay, means these are the alternate angles. And these alternate angles are already congruent. We have proved over here that angle FAB is congruent to angle ABC. Since they are already congruent to each other, we can say that the rays FAF and ray BC are parallel to each other. Why? Because we have learned this in alternate angle test that if the alternate angles are congruent, then the lines will be parallel. So we can conclude over here, since the alternate angles are congruent, we'll have the lines, that is we'll have the rays AF and ray BC parallel to each other. So let's write on the next page. Therefore, angle FAB is congruent to angle ABC. Therefore, ray AF is parallel to ray BC. Reason for this will be alternate angle test. Alternate angle test for parallel lines. That completes our fifth sum.